The art fight season is officially over. Congrats! You survived! You attacked, you defended, and now it's time to get your wounds tended. Hi, I'm Starry, and today we're going over 6 things you can do now that art fight is over. At this point, you're probably feeling either one of 2 ways. Either 1, I'm so burnt out, I'm so glad it's over. Or 2, it's already over? But I'd want to draw more. So whether you're feeling burnt out or inspired, here's some things you can do now that it's all over. Number 1, take a break. This one is the most important. Even if you're one of the eager ones itching to draw more, you still gotta take care of yourself. And even if it's for just one day, take a break. An event like this can be very mentally and physically draining, so you need to rejuvenate. Get up, get your body moving, do some stretches, take a walk, get off of your butt that's been sitting down and doing all this art for hours and hours at a time. Drink some water and get some sleep. You just spent all of your art mana, and now you need to recover it with rest and relaxation. Give yourself at least one day away from doing any art. And if you need longer because you're feeling burnt out, take longer. You've done a great job, and now it's time to be kind to your body and do something non-art related. And that something non-art related can be number 2, tidy up loose ends. This is a category for all the things you should do so you can start off next season with a clean slate. You don't want to leave people hanging, so take this opportunity to follow up on everything. Comment on all the defenses you received, and maybe take a moment to reappreciate all the art you were gifted. Consider replying to the people who left comments on your attacks you've made. I always like to do that because I want to share appreciation to the people who take the time to compliment my art. Make sure you reply to all your PMs you may have received. And if you have a goal tracker or a status bar on your Artfight profile, update it so it's accurate for the end of the season. After all, why have a goal tracker if you're not going to see whether or not you made your goal at the end of the year? Basically, do anything that you need to so that next season you're not opening up your Artfight profile and seeing anything you left unread. Number 3, link up on socials. I'd argue that this is the most important one after taking care of yourself. After all, Artfight is meant to foster community, so what better way to do that than to follow up with your fellow artists? If you made a new friend, try linking up with them outside of Artfight, because let's be honest, the PM system on Artfight is kinda atrocious. Hit them up and ask them what's the best place to stay in touch. And if there's a cool artist that you didn't get a chance to interact with, but you still want to keep tabs on, check out their profile and look for the links to their socials and follow or subscribe to them. Take this chance to just see what everyone is up to outside of Artfight and start learning more about the artists behind the art. Number 4, plot your revenge. This is mainly for those who are still in the mood to create more art, but maybe you missed the opportunity to revenge all the people who attacked you. So here's 2 ways to plot your revenge. First way, if you already started a piece and you didn't finish in time to submit it, or you just really want to get the art to them now even though the fight is over, finish the piece and send it to the artist via PM or a comment. Just because the event is over doesn't mean you still can't gift the art. Sure, it won't count for points, but at least you got your revenge. Second way is to save your revenge for next year. Artfight prohibits you from making art for Artfight outside of the event timeframe, so you can't make art for next year's event in advance, but you can still bookmark a character so you can make sure that they are at the top of your list to attack for next season. Keep in mind, characters may get hidden or adapted, so make sure you double check for any updates before you start drawing your attack next season. But even if the characters do get changed, at least you'll have a reminder of who you need to attack for next Artfight season. Speaking of next year's Artfight, Number 5, plan for next year's Artfight. I know, the season just ended and I'm telling you to already plan for next year? Yes, I am. Because I'm sure at the beginning of this season, you thought to yourself, I really wish I finished that thing in time for this season, or you know what? That was a really cute idea this person did. I should do that for my characters. Well, guess what? If you don't write that down, you're probably gonna forget all about all those little ideas you had, and when next year rolls around and it's June and you're like, oh shit, I gotta prep for Artfight, and you're gonna go into a panic and procrastinate, and then bam, you're repeating the same thing over and over again. It's just a vicious cycle. While it's fresh in your mind, write down all the neat ideas you want to do for next year. Even if you don't get to doing all of them by the time time next year starts, at least you made a list for you to refer to next time you need to prep for Artfight, and maybe you can start working on it ahead of time. Some things you can add to your Artfight prep list is creating or updating a hit list. Create a reminder to update your bookmarks with characters you really want to attack next year if there were some this year that you didn't get to. If you saw something cool on someone else's Artfight profile, write it down so you can add it to your Artfight profile if that's something you want to do. Create a list of things you want to update on your characters. If there's any refs that you felt like were a little lacking, or if maybe you notice in all of your attacks some people would get a feature wrong on your character, or they kept forgetting to include a specific feature that you really wish the artist would include in their attacks, maybe write that down so that way you can update your refs in the bios accordingly to make sure those details are not misconstrued or forgotten. Speaking of characters, you can also add what you would like to add to your character profiles that you thought other people added that you really liked. Things like playlists or mood boards. I know I personally really liked it when a character had a mood board or a playlist. It really helped me understand the vibes of the character, and I think that helped a lot with my attacks. And then the last thing I'm just gonna list on here is put a list of goals you want to accomplish for next year. Obviously your goals might change by the time next season starts, but write them down now so you can reassess for them for next year. Maybe this year your goal was a little too high, and so you want to set a more realistic one now, so that way next year you don't forget how difficult that last goal you set was. Or maybe the opposite, maybe you want to push yourself more. If you write it down now, after you had experience with Artfight, you can have a better expectation of what you can do next season. For all this prep that you're writing down, make sure you put it somewhere where you'll remember to find it so you can refer to it next year. Number 6, appreciate your attacks and defenses. Take a moment to just bask in all the art you have given and received. If the OC's creator is okay with it, consider posting your attacks somewhere online. If you don't really use social media, just show it off to someone you know. Be proud of the work you did, because making art is something that should be celebrated for beginners and pros alike. And for all the lovely defenses that you've received, perhaps put it on like a mood board or print it out and hang it up on your wall. I know I personally will be collecting them all in one place for me to admire. It's important to remember that artists spent their time and energy to gift you something. So no matter how unpolished or beginner in art might seem, they put in effort to create something for you, and that should always be appreciated. This was my first year of Artfight, so I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do post Artfight, so I decided to make this video. I do plan on posting my end of Artfight update video with all my thoughts and feelings, and to show off the attacks and all the wonderful defenses I got, but I have a lot of time-lapse footage I need to edit down because I did almost double the amount of art I did in the first half of the month, so it's just gonna take a while for me to edit it, and I really wanted to publish this video now while everyone is still fresh off Artfight. Let me know down in the comments if there's something I didn't include that should be in here, or if there's something in here that you're definitely doing now that Artfight is over. As always, good luck everyone with all your endeavors, whether that's drawing or something else, and have an amazing rest of your week. Bye!